Good morning, afternoon. Welcome to the Farmers Branch Chamber Chat. I'm Grace Spees, president of the chamber, here with Dr. Marguerita S. Johnson with Stand4Sisterhood. How are you today?
Hello, everybody. I am great. How are you?
Good, good. So we're
Thank
just
you.
going to open up and let you start and just share a little bit about yourself and how you founded your ministry.
Yes. Well, hello, everybody. I am Dr. Marguerita Johnson. Um, oh my God! Just as long as I can remember, I've been in the industry of servantship. So I grew up in the church, and so my grandparents are pastors, and so I've always seen them serve the community and serve others, and it's just embedded in my DNA to serve. And so my childhood dream was to become an attorney, but God had different plans. But now I am a credential mediator. I'm also a notary licensed by the state of Texas, and I am a mental health first aider for both youth and adults. Oh my God, I just recently became a chaplain. So I did my graduation with that on Friday, March 18th. So that was quite a journey that I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to experience. And I'm also a best-selling author. I've been in collaborative projects, 6 collaborative projects, and then I've also co-produced 2 books as well. So the Behind Her Brand book, Christian Edition, and the Behind Her Brand Entrepreneurship Edition. And then during COVID, I was a part of 4 other book projects. Cash is Not a Curse Word, The Evolution Effect, The Untold Story of a First Lady, and and then oh my God, I can't think of the name of the book, but anyway, it was 130 women in this book, and it dealt with all the promises of God. Yes, the Promise Journal. So many books. So yeah, so many I can't even remember. But yeah, so I love to write. Writing actually saved my life, and writing is what got me to the point of starting Stand4Sisterhood. So I started off with a ministry 20 years ago called Mirror Mirror, and so a group of women would meet every fourth Saturday for 15 years, and we would look in the mirror and we would address the insecurities, the fears, even the courage and the strength that we had in the mirror. And so I did that for 15 years. That transitioned over into the Godly Girlfriend movement. I did the Godly Girlfriend movement for 4 years, and then we officially made the Godly Girlfriend movement a 501c3 nonprofit, which is now Stand4Sisterhood. And Stand4Sisterhood is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we exist to provide personal and professional development to underserved girls and women through multi generational mentorship, advocacy, awareness, and the power of prevention.
That's awesome.
So I know it's a lot.
Say that 5 times fast. I dare you.
Yes.
So tell me and those who are out there listening, what what was the passion? What was the heart? What was the moment in which you knew that this was your calling, that this was something that you wanted to start and that you were going to pour your heart and time and energy into?
Yeah. Well, actually, just my journey from being a little girl and just some of the things that I experienced as a little girl, just from fatherlessness, abandonment, rejection, and then looking in the mirror and not accepting who God made me, and just to see some of those same struggles that young girls and young women are dealing with, it just became a passion of mine. For one, to when we look in the mirror, to love the reflection looking back at us, because as women, we can always point out what we don't like. Like for me, for years, I did not like my voice because it was a little hoarse and raspy, and so it's a story behind that too. As a little baby, I almost died due to bronchitis pneumonia. I was born premature. And so as a result of the medicines and all the incubations and stuff like that, it changed my voice. My mom literally told me, your voice changed after that. And so I could not stand my voice for the longest. We just always look in the mirror and nitpick about things. But at the end of the day, we are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. And we have to just accept us. We have to love the skin we're in or whatever stage you are in. And so I just wanted to pour my freedom and my transformation of what I've received throughout the years of going through my own self-healing process, and just transmit that into other young girls and young women so that it doesn't take them as long as it took me to accept who they are. The beauty from the inside out, just accept you. And so many of our young girls are dealing with identity crisis. We have social media that's causing them to get into this comparison thing, this competitive thing. And just know that, you are beautiful, and just accept you. And so with Stand for Sisterhood, we just pour into that confidence and that courage for them to speak up and to know that they have value, to know that they have worth. And so we're just adamant about getting into the life of young girls right now so that they can take
Yeah.
ownership of who they are.
That's awesome. And so I know that you have some different components of the program. You have the mentoring, you have a summer camp. Why don't you share a little bit about those different functions that you do to serve?
Yeah. So during COVID, of course, pre-COVID, Stand for Sisterhood in the city of Farmers Branch, we were constantly hosting events every 68 weeks. Yeah, every 68 weeks, we were bringing awareness and advocacy to any subject that impacts the life of a girl or woman. So we will host events called like I'm Not for Sale, bringing awareness to human trafficking, because human trafficking is a topic that we don't really like to talk about, but it's prevalent in the city of Dallas, in the state of Texas. So we hosted that event. We host events to bring awareness and advocacy to domestic violence and bullying and women going through chemo. My mother is a survivor of breast cancer, and so we did a whole event to where we made over two women. Bullying and women going through chemo. Oops. So we did a whole event to where we did makeovers over women who had just come through chemo. And so their self-esteem about themselves was really low. And two girls who had just come through a school year of bullying. And so that was one of the most rewarding events that we hosted. And then we host reach out rallies to where we bring in food pantries and all type of resources for people to take with them. We supply hygiene products to the homeless. I mean, it's just so much that we were doing pre-COVID that I was like, okay, now that everything is shut down, what do I do? And, the Holy Spirit instructed me to go into a virtual mentoring platform. And that's where Four Core was birthed. I don't know if y'all can see my shirt, but Four Core, it consists of all generations, well, 4 generations of girls and women. So baby boomers, millennials, Gen X's, and Gen Z's. And on our butterfly, each generation have their own color of butterfly. So I'm a Gen X. So my color is purple. Baby boomers are blue. Millennials are pink, and Gen Zs are yellow. So we all have our own butterfly. And the butterfly is the logo of Stand for Sisterhood because it just represents transformation, metamorphosis. It just represents strength and courage to, gain those wings that you need to go out into the earth and become everything that God has destined for you to become. So yeah, Four Core. So we have a new session starting this Thursday. Our third mentoring season session is starting this Thursday, October, March 24th at 7:00. It's via Zoom. And it's just an amazing network.
I'll be there.
Yes, Grace will be there. I'm so super duper excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so it's just a whole network. It takes a village, right? So Four Core is the village that we've all been praying for. It's just a whole village of powerful and positive girls and women, and we want to see each other win. We welcome you to the table. We welcome your ideas. We welcome your constructive feedback. We welcome your support and your encouragement and just your light. So it's just a positive experience for us to come together, network, share resources, and help build each other up.
That's so awesome. You're just a woman who does it all.
Lord.
How do you just kind of on your next question, how do you have and find the bandwidth for it all and your family? And obviously, again, you just finished chaplaincy school. How do you manage your time or prioritize things in the midst of a very busy season?
Yes. You know what? I'm very big on giving the dreams and the things that I know that I'm called to do. I'm very big on giving that a due date. And so once God plants a dream and a vision in me, I look at my calendar, I say, okay, well, by this date, it's going to happen. And I have not been disappointed. It really does happen. And people be like, but I'm a real big stickler on writing it down. I write it
Wow.
down. I write it down. And people be like, how do you function? I have a digital calendar, but I have to write it down. And people like, they ask me, I get this question all the time. I mean, how do you do it? How did you write 4 books during COVID? Still have a family, still have your consulting business, still run a nonprofit. And it's because I theme out my days, and I make sure that I make time for God. I make sure that I make time for my family. So every Tuesday night is family night. We go to the movies, we go to dinner, we do something together collectively as a family. And then even one day out of the weekend is also another family day or a date night with my man, my boo. It's just really goals or dreams with deadlines. So once unless you give it a deadline, it's just a dream. And I want my dreams to come true. And so with that, they become goals. And with goals, I'm really big on goal setting. In Full Core, we're really big on goal setting. And I make sure that I help you reach those goals. Now, I don't drag, push, pull, and tow people. I meet you where you are. But, every quarter we set a goal, and we say by the end of this quarter, this is what's going to happen. And so it's amazing to witness that, Habakkuk, when you really write the vision down, you can really run with it. And so that's just what I've been able to do. And by the grace of God, I say that.
That's awesome. And I, know you have a very supportive husband, and I could only imagine the impact you're making on your 2 children, to
Yes.
see, right, one, you all having a very healthy marriage, but also two, to watch you pursue your dreams and make no excuses.
That's it. No excuses. When I die, I want to die on E, empty. So everything that God has invested in me, because we are investments, we are His investments, and He's equipped us with talents and gifts and abilities, and He's expecting us to return that, and not just sit on it. And so I'm a person where I'm not gonna sit on it. I'm gonna go after it. And people tell me, "Oh my God, you're doing too much." And to me, I feel like I'm still behind schedule. It's so much more that I still want to do. And so this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning for me. And I'm thankful that I do have a supportive family. My husband, he's been my greatest cheerleader since we've been together now. 25 years married. In May,
Wow.
it'll be 24 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, and my children, they tell me all the time, "Mom, you are the greatest. Like we don't know how you do it all, but you seem to, balance it all, and we don't go lacking, So it's I'm not perfect. I have my moments. But with God's strength, I get through it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I switch gears a little bit?
Yeah.
So, for those who are out there, I got an inside experience to hear Dr. Margarita preach yesterday.
Oh my God.
And she shared on mental health. I'd like for you to just talk about, and maybe, I love the idea that over the last couple of years, it seems like we're starting to create more space for mental health issues. What might you say as some words of encouragement to people out there who might be struggling with mental health, who know someone? Share a little bit about that part of your story and your journey.
Yes. So, I struggled. The people look at me and I'm always happy. And, it is 95% of my life. I have been a happy person. But then that other 5%, I went through some dark years and some dark times, and it was a very lonely space to have to navigate through. And in my culture, and as Grace said too, in her culture too, it's not really a topic that we talk about. And so when I was going through postpartum depression, then when I was going through another season of depression, those were just moments that I really suffered in silence. And so I don't want people to have to suffer in silence. For one, you're not alone. You are not the only one that's feeling this way. And then for two, I want you to know that it is okay not to always have to be the strong person or the person with the answers, or, you can have a human day. You can have a moment to where, if you're just like, I don't feel like doing it, or you can have that moment, and it's okay, because we are wrapped in flesh, and so it's impossible for us to be strong and gung ho 24/7. But just know that in those moments that you're not feeling okay, that I really encourage you to find a safe space, like find an outlet, find that one person, a confidant, somebody that you can be real with, transparent with, and that's not going to judge you in those human moments. And they're going to tell you that it's going to be okay and you're going to get through it. And it's not the end. It's not the end. I need you to keep going, because this breakdown that you're having is not the end. You can break through and get to the other side of whatever you're dealing with, whatever, if it's grief due to loss of life, if it's loss of health, a loss of income, loss of a friendship. It's not just death that we grieve. We can grieve any significant loss or any significant change. But just know that you're not going through this journey alone, and you have people that are rooting for you, believing in you. And if you need help, it's so many free hotlines out here for you to reach out to, so many resources that are available. Like she said, now the world is becoming more open to the humanity of who we are, and we go through, sometimes we have emotional breakdowns and highs and lows and ups and downs, and so there are resources out here for you to seek help. So don't self-destruct. Just find your support system. Full core, we're here for you. Stand for Sisterhood, we stand for you. But yes, just find you a safe space and an outlet, and find you some hobbies. Have fun in life. Don't just all be work, work, work. And then having a relationship with Jesus Christ is what really got me through it. So just that personal relationship with God, because He will never leave us nor forsake us. So just know that.
Yeah, so good. I definitely echo, find a support system. And I love what you said yesterday. You're like, find you a non-judgmental friend. In other words, a real friend. And
A real friend, yes.
a real friend. Thank you for clarifying what a real friend is. So good. And I also appreciated that you encouraged, people to check on the strong people. Check on those who look like they have it all together. Right. I think that we've all seen, some pretty bad stories in the news of people who outwardly look like they had it all together. And, mental health is no respecter of age or income or socioeconomic status or
Yeah.
culture or color. Like, none of it matters.
Yeah.
Mental health is mental health, and we all have things or have bad days. It's just making sure those bad days don't turn into bad weeks or bad decisions.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Because for me, I was a functioning depressive. So you can have people who smile, 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 and still giving, but on the inside, like, they are so broken, they are so hurting, and they just need of some of what they're giving out to others to be reciprocated back to them. Because sometimes when you feel like you're giving, 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 and then nobody's giving it back to you, then that's where the hopelessness comes in at, or that's where the why am I doing this, or why am I living, is just like I give and give and give and nothing comes back. And so, but it comes back. It just may not come when you're expecting it to, but just keep living, keep pushing, keep plowing through, keep moving forward, and God will strategically send people into your life to encourage you, uplift you, and sow back into everything that you give out. So just know that
Awesome.
it's not over. Keep going.
There you go. I was going to ask for some words of encouragement, but I think you already just knocked that ball out of the park. But do you have anything to say, just encouraging to entrepreneurs, to those who might, be thinking about pursuing a dream, a nonprofit, a passion project? What would you say to those people who are members of our
Yes.
team, or who might be listening?
Yeah, I would definitely just say, whatever, if you're feeling that push, that pull, that tug to do something, then respond to it. Don't just keep sitting on it. And don't, like, when God called you or when He gave you that assignment, call. So you don't need everybody's approval. You don't need everybody's amen, because there have been plenty of times when I've had to just encourage myself. And just know that the people that you think are going to support you, those might not be the people that are assigned to support you, but you have to know that you've been called to do this. So stay confident. Be confident in what God has called you to do, and just do it. Do your due diligence. If you need a business plan, if you need to make it official with the state or the IRS, then do that. If and then focus on the areas that's your strength. Because me, I'm a type of person where I try to get it all done, and it's too much. I've realized that this dream that God has given me is way bigger than myself. So there's no way that I can do it alone. So having a great team is a blessing. So if you can find those people who can do the work that's not your strong suit. So if administration is not your strong suit, then have somebody, get an intern, get some help. Don't think you have to do it all alone. Get the CPAs and the accountants and the marketers, and get people to help you. That's so that you can leverage and scale and build and grow, and that you can hone in on your strengths and your talents. But just know the world is waiting on you. You are somebody's answer. You are somebody's solution. And so that's what I had to know. Like, I'm somebody's solutions. I'm not everybody's solution, but I am somebody's solution. And so we are waiting on what you have in you. So whether it's a business, whether it's a book, whether it's a song, whether it's a nonprofit, we are waiting on you. And so we want you to get busy, and we want you to become diligent and just get rid of the excuses. Like, no excuses. It's not going to be perfect. And that's what God had to reveal to me, is that it's not about a competition. It's not about comparing your business to somebody else's business. It's about staying in your lane and doing what he called you to do, because obedience is perfection. So you just have to obey. Just do it.
Yeah, so good. There's so many good nuggets. I need a little like Margarita pocket app that just play my words of encouragement for the day. In case you need another business endeavor to embark upon, I recommend a Margarita app.
Hey, you know what? We may have to look into that. Seriously.
Awesome. Well, just real quick, let's recap. How can people get in touch with you, get involved, get engaged, whether that's giving, serving, volunteering? What's the best way to get a hold of you? I think that we have your Facebook up on the screen ready to go.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to throw out there, and we'll add it to the comments as well.
Yes, we need all of that. We need mentorship. We need mentors. We need volunteers. We need sponsors for the summer camp, and just monthly partners to partner up with our endeavors. I mean, one of our goals to embark upon for 2023 is the Legacy Project, which is to open up an Airbnb and show girls how to do business. And then this could also be our place for our annual summer camp, and just for the girls to have a safe space to come and learn how to manage a household and how to do life. So that is the Legacy Project. So if you want to partner with us on that, that is our next big thing that we are embarking upon. And we just need mentors to get into the lives of these young girls and speak life into them, and even women. We're here for you too. So yes, this is some of our 4 core members. We want you to be a part. So if you want to join us for this coming mentor session, you can definitely email me, stand4sisterhood.global@gmail.com. stand4sisterhood.global@gmail.com. You can call me 469-730-3621. And our website is going live soon, within the next day or two. So we do have a website. It's stand4sisterhood.org. stand4sisterhood.org, and it will be live this week. So go check that out. We rebranded, and so we were just trying to get everything together. But definitely go check that out. And if you want to launch your own nonprofit, we do that as well through my consulting firm, MSJ Pro Services. So we can help you in that aspect as well. And if you have a diamond, my diamonds are ages 12 through 17. If you have a diamond, we would love for them to be a part of Diamonds in the Rough Summer Camp, July 24th through the 30th. So we do so many wonderful activities. We go to the schools every Wednesday, every first and third Wednesday. We go to the school. We mentor 18 girls at the school. So if you want to take on one of these girls, hey, we need you. It's Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy. I've been there for 5 years, just mentoring these young girls, serving on their advisory board. So you can speak to the girls if you want to be a speaker. And the early college high school, Principal Tim, he's asked me to bring Stand4Sisterhood to his school too. So we're in the process of talking about how that looks. And COVID wouldn't let us be great when school started back for the winter session. But that was when I was initially supposed to come. But we're going to work things out so that we can get Stand4Sisterhood into Farmers Branch and some of the other schools here in the community.
That's so awesome. I love what you're doing. Thank you for, I don't know, right? There's a lot of people who talk or complain about how the world should be better. And you're actually someone who's making the world a better place. So thank you for, right, as they say, it's a Gandhi quote, being the change that we want to see.
You know what? That's what I end my emails with. I am the change. So I had to decide to become the change. If we don't like what we see, we have to change it, and we have to become that change first. And so that's what I say. That's one of my favorite slogans is I am the change.
So awesome.
Yes.
Well, Dr. Marguerita, I'm so grateful you're part of our chamber, that you're here in Farmers Branch, making our community better. I'm looking forward to working personally with you on some of your projects and joining your mentoring program. Anyone out there, we strongly encourage you to reach out to her, connect, and learn about the amazing work she's doing in the community. So that's all for today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Grace. It was such a pleasure to be here. Thank you, City of Farmers Branch. I love you guys. Yay. Can't wait to connect.
Yes. Have a good day.
Thank you.